Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So in previous part we have successfully tracked our shot and also we have successfully exported our tracking data for Maya. Now suppose if you want to export your tracking data from PFTrack, then simply double click on export node. Downside you will see there is a format options, then click and select Maya, this one. Then after this from file name you can select your folder. Okay, so this one I have already exported. Then after this finally you have to click on export. Okay, now in PFTrack you can also check your frame rate, which is 25 fps. Okay, so this is important for Maya. Now in Maya first check your scene frame rate, then simply click on file, then scene options. Okay, so from here you have to select same frame rate as in PFTrack. Okay, so 25 fps. Okay, now after this open your folder where you have saved your MA files. So this is our MA file which I am going to import. So before importing this file, one more thing is also important for our match move, which is our scene unit, because PFTrack by default works in meter. Okay, so suppose if you are working in production house and in future if you are getting any models or a scene layout from production department, at that time both units should be same. So now we have to again, before importing our this MA file, we have to again check our Maya scene unit. Okay, so for this just simply click on window, then click on setting a preferences, then click on preferences. After this just click on settings. Now here you will see, so Maya by default works in centimeters. Okay, so again here we have to define meter. Okay, now just click on save. Okay, after this just again open your folder here. Now see, this is our folder. Okay, now just select your MA file and just simply drag and drop here. Okay, now just select and drag and drop. Now here you will see this is your camera and these are your locators and these are your proxy geometry which is created in PFTrack. Okay, so after this just save your scene, then simply click on file and click on save scene as. Okay, because we want to maintain our original MA file, that save scene as. Okay, now here you can select your folder or project where you want to save your MA files. Then so I have selected this one, then just simply give a name. So just I have given a name pf underscore set fitting underscore 01. Okay, now just click on save as. Okay, now after this simply just click on windows, then click on outliner. Now in outliner this is your scene group or scene folder. Inside this group you will see this is your camera, this is your point groups, and these are your proxy geometry which is created in PFTrack. Okay, now I am going to assign some objects in display layers. Okay, so first select your proxy geometry which is created in PFTrack, then simply now in display layer simply click on add a layer, then simply give a name. Okay, okay, again after this just select your locator folder or group. So just I have selected this one. Again assign a new layer, just simply give a name PF locators. Then suppose if you want to change your locators color, then from here you can select. Okay, so just I am going to select yellow colors. Okay, now after this click on save. Now just click here. Now here you will see. Okay, after this finally just click on panels and just select your camera view from panels. Okay, then simply select your camera view. Now here you will see your locators size is very large. Okay, so suppose if you want to little bit adjust your locator size, then again come in your outliner and now here you have to select individuals locator. Okay, so this is your locator groups. Okay, so just open your groups and you have to select individual locators, not group. This is important. Okay, so select first one, then hold shift button and click on last one. Okay, after this simply right side, from here you can adjust your locator size. Okay, so just define appropriate value. Now this is sufficient. Okay, now simply click here. Now here you will see your locator color is yellow and also you have provided sufficient value for your locator size. Okay, now finally after this just again come in locator, little bit just minimize this one. Now just select your camera and just click on attribute editors. Now here in camera shape downside you will see this is your near clip and far clip plane. Okay, so if you are facing any problem with near clip and far clip, then you can adjust from here. Okay, so 0.001 is sufficient. Now in far clip plane you can little bit adjust this value. Now you can just give 100. Now I think this is sufficient. Okay, so just I have given this value for our far clip. Okay, so near this is sufficient. Okay, now in second option in match move, now in display parameter you can also select this one, looking through camera only. It means your image plane will be only show in your camera view. Okay, so now after this, simply just little bit minimize this one. Now simply click here. Now just play and check. Now little bit minimize this one also. Now just play and check. So till here this is perfect. Okay, now just little bit click here. Now after this, just save our scene. Now here we are going to create a proxy geometry. Okay, so just click on your just little bit a plane. Now here you will see your plane is very large. Okay, because this is main problem due to our scene scaling. So because this is an unknown shot and we don't have any information from our shot. So if you have any information from your shot, then adjust scene scale according to those information. Okay, so here I don't have any information, so just I am going to manage manually. Okay, so for this, simply again open your outliner. Now here, okay, so just select here your scene group. This is important. Okay, so just I have selected scene group. Okay, so before this, just a little bit hide your proxy geometry. Okay, this one. Okay, now after this, simply just move little bit here. Now here just I am going to take these 2 points as a reference. Okay, so first select both points. Okay, so according to these points I am going to adjust our scene scale. Now just click in panels and just come in perspective view. Okay, so according to these points I am going to adjust our scene scale. Okay, now just click here for deselect. Now you have to select your scene group. Okay, so this scene group you have selected. Okay, now right side in these values you have to type same value. Okay, because you have to maintain proportions. Okay, so just simply first type little bit 10. So according to your footages you have to type here. Okay, so I think these is points. Now still not good looking good because see you are working in meter. Okay, so this is important. Okay, now after this little bit adjust this one maybe and type 50. Maybe this is. Now just little bit judge here and simply type here around 70. Now here you will see I think this is sufficient. Okay, so these are our points, 2 points. Okay, then this one and this one. Okay, now just check in camera view. I think we have selected correct points. Okay, now here we have selected correct point. Okay, now till here we have successfully little bit adjusted our scene scale. Okay, so if you have any information, means if you know a distance between these and these points, then according to those information you can adjust your scene scale. Okay, so now just create a plane. Okay, I think this is sufficient. Okay, now simply just little bit scale down. If you now before adjusting this plane scale, just come in two views. Okay, so just click here. Now see, first view is our camera view. Okay, now simply click here. So this is our camera view and second is our again perspective view. Okay, now suppose here if you want to also a little bit adjust your scene orientation. Okay, before importing your actual model. So if you want to adjust your scene orientation, then also you can adjust in Maya. Okay, so for this just I am going to just little bit adjust according to this line. So this line. Okay, so according to this line I am going to adjust our scene orientation. Okay, so for this just I am selecting this points. Okay, now simply just press W. Now just come in our perspective view here. Now for this simply this is important that first we have to select again our scene group. Okay, now just click and deselect first, then select scene group. Okay, now I am going to shifting our original scene pivot point to all these points. Okay, so just for this simply hold D and V. Now just snap onto this point. Okay, after this just again select your plane, and also I am going to adjust our this plane pivot point onto this corner. So now just simply select and press D and just V. Okay, finally I am going to again select our scene group, and now we have to snap this scene group on our plane this corner vertex. Okay, now just you can also see in camera view. Now see, finally just I have selected this one and press V. Now I am going to just snapping our scene group on our plane vertex this corner vertex. Okay, now hold V and just snap, so easily you can see in camera view. Okay, now I am going to orient our scene. Okay, now just simply little bit adjust this one. Now just press E for rotations. Now in camera view simply just press 4 means just wireframe mode, so easily you can see this line where is going this lines. Okay, now just little bit move and just check. I think little bit we have to adjust. Now just little bit adjust. So just again select your scene group. This is important, you have to select your scene group. Now from here you can adjust your scene rotations, or you can adjust your scene orientation. Now see, you don't have to rotate our plane. Okay, just simply rotate our scene group. Okay, now little bit just adjust. Now here you can also just come in little bit channel editors. Okay, here now easily you can see just a little bit rotate and adjust. Now finally after this, if you want to, you can type also here your value. I think this is sufficient. Now just little bit move. I think this is sufficient. Simply click here and press space bar. Okay, now just come here and just adjust. Now little bit I am going to scale our plane. Okay, okay, this is sufficient. Okay, now you can scale your plane, but you don't have to rotate our plane. So if you want to orient your scene, simply you have to rotate our this scene group. Okay, so this is important for orientation. Okay, now till here we have successfully oriented our scene, and also we have successfully adjusted our scene scale. Okay, now finally I am going to import our 3D model. So now here just I have this model, so just I am going to import this model. Simply select and just drag and drop. Okay, now after this just press 6. Now just come in perspective view, click on perspective. Okay, now here, so this is our model. Okay, now little bit we have to adjust our model's scale. Now just I have selected. Okay, now just adjust, because this model is also unknown. I don't have any information about this model also. Okay, I think this is sufficient. Around here you can see little bit you can adjust. Maybe you can type direct values. I think this is sufficient. Okay, now just come in camera view and check. Okay, now first little bit assign these elements also in our display layers. Now just simply shape. Okay, now finally just little bit hide this plane. Now simply just plane check. So just plane check. So if you want, you can also hide your grid. Okay, simply just hide from here. I think this is sufficient. Okay, now I am going to place this model at our perfect location where just I want to place our model. Okay, now just little bit press W. Now little bit move the here. Now just I am going to place here. So just parallel to this car approximately, or parallel to this board. Okay, so just I am going to use this points. Okay, so just select and simply just snap your model onto this points. Okay, now just hold V and just snap. Now this is sufficient. Now just click and just check. Okay, now it's moving perfectly. Okay, I think our model is a little bit bigger. Okay, so just I am going to adjust this one. Okay, just select this one. So according to this car I am going to adjust. Okay, now just select our model. Now simply just a little bit adjust model scale. Maybe this is sufficient. Okay, now after this just simply click here. Now simply just switch off our locators. Now just play and check. Just come here and play and check. I think this is perfect. So till here we have successfully placed our model in our scene. Remaining things you will adjust according to your scene and according to your model. Now after this, suppose if you want to create your just scene play blur, then simply just right click in timeline. So before right clicking in timeline, just adjust your timeline duration. Okay, so this footage had 151 frames. Okay, so just a little bit adjust this one, 151. Okay, now finally just simply right click in timeline, then simply just click on play blast options. Now from here you select only AVI. Okay, a single video. Okay, now downside just simply check this option, save to file. Okay, now then select your folder where you want to save your files. Okay, so I have given a name set underscore model. Okay, now simply click on save. Now finally after this just click on play blast. Now finally just open your folder. So this play blast we have created. Okay, now just simply just play, just open with any players. Now here just check. I think this is perfect. Okay, so till here we have successfully placed our model in our scene, and also we have oriented our scene, and also we have adjusted our scene scale. Remaining things you will adjust according to your footage and according to your footage information. Okay, so in next class we will continue on same project, and we will do texturing, lighting and rendering, and final we will also create our render passes for final compositing.